so that every community in Ontario will be protected. Jose Echeverry from the Faculty of Environmental Studies up at York University. MPP Kevin Flynn's private member's bill provides Ontario with a unique opportunity to reevaluate the suitability of large-scale polluting plants. Somebody everybody knows, Mike Pinball Clemens. Oh, yeah. Toronto Argo's executive now, former star player. He says, when I have a power plant that is going to be located 300 meters from a school, I want to say to my government that I cheer for you and I want you to make good decisions. 300 meters from a school doesn't seem to be a good decision. Pierre Morissette, owner of the Weather Network. I think this approach meets the health and safety needs of communities and the energy needs of Ontario. I could go on and on, Speaker. We've got a number of people from the business community, the environmental community, the legal community that have stepped forward to say that we need to do something about this, and we have the opportunity to do something about this today. PM 2.5 is a health concern in my community. It's been linked in numerous medical studies to decreased lung function, development of chronic bronchitis, cardiovascular events such as heart attacks and strokes. We've used a precautionary principle, Speaker, in establishing this 1,500-meter zone. We've looked at examples from around the world. We've looked at other jurisdictions. We've decided that this is a good starting point. This is a starting point for a debate on establishing standards. I want to tell you that this can happen anywhere in the province of Ontario. You could have a plant in your riding tomorrow, Speaker. Any member of this House could have a plant in their riding this close to homes and even closer. There's a lack of transparency with the process as it stands today, and simply put, site selection is not a priority. There are alternatives to this that I will outline at a future time, but certainly we don't have to build this plant in this location. What this will do, the import of this bill, is it will not allow for the construction of a power plant, a gas-fired power plant, on the Lakeview site within the community of Clarkson, nor on the Ford lands in Oakville, or in any other unsafe or unsuitable site in the province of Ontario that's within 1,500 meters of sensitive land uses. I want to question, today, ethics is very, very important in business. And what we ask business to do is we ask business to ask, is the action consistent with the company's basic duties? In this regard, it probably is. TransCanada builds power plants. Does it respect the rights and the other legitimate claims of the affected parties? In this case, it doesn't. Does it reflect the best practice? This is not the best technology, it's not the best practice. Is it compatible with the company's own deeply held commitments? Only TransCanada and Ford can answer that, but I'll tell you what TransCanada's values are. They say we demonstrate high ethical standards in everything we do. We treat each other, our customers, governments, and other stakeholders with honesty and respect. What I'm saying in this House, Speaker, is if they are going to adhere to those ethics, they need not to build this plant in Oakville. It's that simple. If you're going to say that, you have to do that. The other questions you're asked from an ethical objective is, would I be comfortable if this action were described on the front page of a newspaper? It's been described on the front page of many newspapers. I don't think TransCanada is very comfortable, nor is Ford. Would I be comfortable if everyone in a similar situation did this? If this happened all over Ontario, it would be a disaster in the making, Speaker. And is this how I'd like my leadership to be remembered? Ford and TransCanada need to answer those questions. What we need to do today, Speaker, is to establish the ground rules. Is when companies are going to partner with ourselves in the provision of generation of electricity, whether it be through any means, solar, wind turbines, nuclear, we need to have clear standards. What we don't have currently in place for gas-generating plants is a separation distance. We don't have a buffer zone. We do for other uses, and for some reason we don't have it for natural gas-fired power plants. It's time for us to step up, I think, Speaker. It's time for us to be it's the opportunity for Ontario to be a leader in safe energy. I ask for the support of all members of the House today. I ask them to imagine, were this plant located 300 yards from their children's school, would they want it there? I asked them to, thank you, Michael Prue. Nice comment. I ask you if this was to be located within 300 yards or less from a nursery school. Would that be something you would make a joke about? Would that be something you would laugh about? It's very, very serious to my community, Speaker. It's something that means a lot to my community.
Hear, hear.
Previous governments have tried to come to grips with the provision of energy in the province of Ontario, and we've all made various strides and all made various advances. This is a time to make another advance. I ask for the support of all members of the House so that we can continue to provide safe, clean electricity to the people in the province of Ontario, and we can do it in a safe manner. Thank you, Speaker.
Here.